Hello and welcome to Episode 7, Gradebook Setup. Gradebook is available from the sidebar when you first log into the course. Faculty can use this page to set up relative weights of all the elements of the course's final grade and track student progress throughout the course. You must first set up coursework. Attendance information and coursework grades are automatically imported from the attendance and coursework portlets into Gradebook. You assign weights to these elements so Gradebook knows the relative value in order to calculate final grades. So to get started, click on Gradebook from the sidebar and then the Setup tab. Begin with Gradebook weighting method. There are two methods, basic and advanced. Basic weights coursework based on each item's point value assigned from the coursework portlet. Advanced method uses percentages for each assignment unit or type in calculating final grade weight. These weights do not have to have any correlation to their original coursework point values. You can also use the Show Help Text link along the way to explain these options in more detail. Select the coursework organization method. There are two. First, units. This organization system mirrors the coursework page. So if you set assignments up in units, then all of the items in the unit will be weighted together. Or type. Items are organized for weighting by the type you assigned in the coursework. For instance, tests, quizzes, and homework are examples of types. It's a little confusing at first, but it'll all make sense once we finish the setup. And then our last step is assignment weighting method. Weight altogether puts all the course assignments in one pool and lets you weight each one relative to all the others. Or weight by type, each assignment is weighted relative to the other assignments in its type. So for this example, I picked percentage mode, type organization, and weight by type. Be sure to click Save for each of these methods in setup. You can always go back and change the setup options if necessary. Okay, we'll first take a look at the grade breakdown, which shows attendance and coursework settings. You can decide the weights by selecting Edit this breakdown. The values must equal 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and change those, and you'll notice that they equal 100% now. View Coursework Breakdown shows the distribution of assignment points by unit or type, depending on the grading method you are using. In our example, I used type. So you see all of the types listed here. And again, once you put values in those boxes, they need to equal 100%. So I'll put in the weights for each type that I want to use. Notice these are the items you set up in coursework. Gradebook mirrors the items created in that portal, so you'll also need to weight them, and we'll do that in just a moment. Back on the setup page, you may notice assignments without weights in this area. If the items appear in this box, then you're also going to get the dreaded red error message on the Gradebook page. Take a look at that. This will alert you that you have assignments that still need weighting. So I'm going to go back and fix these errors. We'll click on Go to Coursework Breakdown and select one of the types. You'll notice that the types are listed here. Back to my original setup, I set everything up as type. I'm going to choose each item and weight them equally. And you'll need to do this for each type. So perform this for each one, and I still have one type left, exam, that is not weighted, and I continue to get the alert. So I'll go back to Coursework Breakdown and weight the item. It's exam type, so I'm not going to weight them equally. I'm going to actually specify the weighting for each item, making the final a higher percentage than the others. Check back on Coursework Breakdown, and all of my errors are gone. Okay, and last but not least in the setup, we're going to look at letter grade values. You can select that option and go into that setup and define the number grade equivalent to the letter by using the plus, minus, or type it in. Okay, so that is Gradebook. Continuing in Episode 7, Part 2, we'll discuss viewing and exporting the Gradebook. Thanks again for visiting our resource site. We welcome your comments or requests for additional tutorials. Goodbye.